Hello, my beautiful baddies. Welcome back to Your Inner Baddie Speaking. We're back with Baddies with a twist. Back with Ms. And honestly, I think this episode's a good one because we kind of thought about this a while ago of like having missteps while you're healing, while you're working through your shit, while you're kind of just like going through life, right? And it can feel kind of like the end of the world sometimes. You feel like, oh, fuck.
Yeah.
I just regressed, or oh shit, I didn't learn that lesson, or I feel like I'm going backwards, you know? And it's like, if we feel like that, we know other people gotta feel like that. And I feel like, you know, we talk about giving ourselves grace, we talk about like learning lessons and all of that stuff, and, you know, being okay with making all of these changes and working to better yourself. But we don't talk about like, it's okay to fuck up.
Totally.
Like, we're all gonna do it. We're all human, whether it's a big fuck up or a small fuck up. Like, we're gonna do it. It's like bound to happen. But I feel like people talk about healing, they talk about bettering yourself, and they talk about all the good stuff that you're supposed to do, but they don't talk about like how to cope with fucking up.
Yeah.
We don't talk about how it's okay or how to handle when you inevitably do something that you feel like you should have already learned from. And I know I've been there.
Yeah, no, me too. Me too. I sometimes learn my lessons over and over again until it sticks. And
sometimes the universe be putting that lesson in back to back,
and I don't always pass it.
Yeah.
It's sad to say, but I don't always pass it. So
because you learn as you go.
You do. You learn as you go.
And maybe like the first time you learned like 60% of what you need to know.
Yep.
Next time you learn 80%.
Yep.
And then maybe it takes that like third or fourth try to get that like 100%.
And as long as you're learning, I think that's the most important part. I mean, we're always going to mess up. We're always going to make mistakes. In my opinion, it's all about how you recover from it and how you repair.
But honestly, I didn't recover well from it in the beginning. Like when I was on my like, I mean, we're always trying to work on ourselves, right? But when I was like in the thick of my healing journey, when I would fuck up, I would take that so like personal, as if I just didn't learn the lesson at all. Like I just regressed. It was as if all that time that I had been working on myself, on trying to like maybe change that behavior or not be so self-destructive or whatever it was, I would do like one thing. And the funniest thing is that like it wouldn't even be as bad as it would have been before I had learned. So like I had learned something.
Yeah.
But I still felt like messing up meant like, fuck, I'm back to I'm like a video game. I feel like I'm back to level 1. Instead of like, okay, boom, I'm like back in the game at level 99.
Yeah.
Shout out to level 99 if you've ever been.
I have not yet.
Oh my God, you gotta go.
I know.
It's a fun one.
It seems fun.
It's like Dave and Buster's, but like rooms.
Nice.
Yeah. Yeah. Anybody who likes a good game day or a game night, go to level 99. I think it's out in like what, Tyson's or something. Yeah, that's a fun one. That's a fun one.
I love that plug.
I know, I'm like promoting a fucking
I don't know where to. Level 99.
I've been like once, and here I am like promoting it.
I love it.
But like, instead of what was actually happening, which was I had gotten to all these levels and a fuck up just, okay, we're back at level 99. We didn't advance to level 100,
right?
But we're still at 99. Instead, I felt like I'm at level 1. I'm at level 1.
I mean, honestly, I think there has been, I've been through so many fuck ups. So many.
I've been through so many fuck ups.
Right? I don't know. I don't know how else to say it, you know, but it's like I've been through so many fuck ups that you kind of learn how to take away from that fuck up into just everyday, next day life. And you should look at it, you should kind of see how you could do better, what you learned from it, and just continue to move forward with that lesson, right? Beating yourself up only makes it worse and only makes it harder. It places you back at level 1. Whereas, you know what? You did something, you took a step back, but you didn't go back to level 1. Just keep working through it. We all make mistakes. shit happens. And I say that all the time. Shit happens, but just recover, repair the best, and then move forward.
Yeah.
Simple.
Where the fuck were you when I was fucking up?
I was fucking up on my own. So that's where I was.
We were both just fucking up.
We were both just fucking up, different parts of the world, different, parts of the state.
Different paths.
But, here we are together, still fucking up.
Still fucking up.
But now we have each other.
But now we're better. We're better at fucking up.
Yeah.
But that's the thing is, like, to your point, like, it really is how you recover, but it can feel hard at first to recover.
Absolutely.
So, like, sit in it.
Sit in it.
Understand that, like, this isn't going to be the only time that this happens. Understand that it's okay to feel like, damn, this sucks. I don't want to fall into this again. Totally okay. Sometimes, as you said, we've got to learn the lesson again and again and again till it's really imprinted on you and you're like, I'm not going to make that mistake again, or I'm not going to lean on that self-destructive behavior again, or I'm not going to date that type of person again. Like, whatever it may be, you know that eventually you'll get there.
Yeah.
Right now, it might not feel that way. And we've been there. Like, I've sat in that and felt like this is the fucking end of the world, but it's not.
Yeah.
And I think if you kind of have that mindset when you're sitting there and you inevitably fuck up, you inevitably do something that you're like, damn, that's not what, like, the best version of me would be doing.
Right.
But that's okay. We're working towards that. We're always going to be a work in progress. And
always.
I think that was such a big thing for me and such a big realization, because I was so hard on myself whenever I would mess up. I was so hard on myself. I felt like, again, like I was going back to level 1, when in reality, I was nowhere near level 1. And I think, like, as you fuck up at different stages, you realize, like, when I fuck up now, I'm like, it's okay, especially because now I realize the way I fuck up is so much lighter than how I used to fuck up.
Oh yeah.
Right?
Oh, I was just thinking, I was like, the way I used to fuck up in my 20s and how hard I would be. Like, I was a manager of a training team at 24.
Damn.
I had a train.
I know you said that, but like, damn.
24. So I had to be on my shit. I had to know information, things that no one else knew.
I'm channeling 60 years of experience in the first few years of experience.
Absolutely. So but like, there would be times where things would happen, or, things would just happen, and I didn't handle it the best, only because I just didn't know how to.
Yeah.
But I remember in my 20s, I would be so upset. Like, my regional director would have to, like, talk to me and be like, it's okay.
Like, somebody has to calm you down and be like, it's all right.
And now if, like, I mess up, I'm the first one to be like, hey, I think I messed up, but just let me know.
Yeah, like,
I love it now.
Find a solution.
Because to me, I say this all the time, I say everything is always figure it outable.
Yeah, that's a good one.
I always say that, because honestly, good or bad, especially when things are bad, just take a second, think about how you repair.
Yeah.
And sometimes repair takes a little bit longer, and that's okay.
But eventually you get there.
But you'll get there, and your fuck up will not be a fuck up always.
I think people really should keep in mind that it's figure outable, because like, if you really do think about it, think about the fuck up that's happening maybe right now, or think about your last fuck up that you had where you kind of got down on yourself, right? Yeah. But every single time in life, we've figured it out.
You figured it out.
Like, one way or another, you get past it.
You get past it.
And then you go on to a new problem.
Absolutely.
And that old problem seems like it's so far away. But in the moment, whenever you mess up, you feel like
it's so heavy, and this is it.
Everything. But
everything.
Then, if you like widen your perspective, you think, okay, well, last time I fucked up, I figured it out. And the other time I fucked up, I figured it out. And I don't even think about those fuck ups anymore, because I'm here thinking about new things that I can inevitably mess up. Like, how amazing is that you've gotten through so much in life, and you've figured things out, and you've always gotten on your 2 feet. You've always reached out for help if you needed it. You've always figured out a solution. And like that should give you almost like, I don't know if pride is the right word, but like
confidence.
It should give you some confidence.
So,
like I'll be able to do that again. Maybe right now when I'm in the thick of the emotion, can't think of the solution.
Right, you got to give it some time and you'll get there.
Yeah.
So like the way I am about problems is like that. Like, okay, let's just sit down, let's talk it out, let's figure it out. Because
sometimes I think you're so much more, what is it, pragmatic? Is that the word I'm looking for? You're so much more like,
let's just figure it out. Let's sit down.
Poised about it. I'm like, I'm going to lose my shit. I get in my emotions real quick. I'm like, we were at 0. I mess up or something happens. I'm like, I'm level 10. I'm like, I'm out of my mind. The emotions take over for me. So it takes me like 10 minutes to an hour to like settle down and be like, okay, so now let's think about this.
Well, it's because like, I think it was because I started thinking of this kind of stuff, like problems and things at a very young age.
Yeah.
And I just always like wanted to know like solution wise, like, okay, how do we do this? But if I'm freaking out, I'm never going to get to the solution. So let me just think, how do we solve the issue?
Yeah.
But sometimes it's not always the best, because sometimes I don't think there's ever a lack of emotions.
Yeah.
I think I just get to the point of where, okay, this is the problem. How do we solve it? But let's just solve it together, because there is a solution.
Yeah.
We just have to figure it out. We just need a game plan it. We just need a little...
Whatever the Band-Aid's gonna be, there is a Band-Aid.
There is a Band-Aid. No matter how, like sometimes it may take 3 bandages.
Yep.
Sometimes it takes 1. And sometimes it takes 7.
And honestly, sometimes
gotta figure
it's
it
just
out.
like not that fucking serious.
Sometimes it's not that serious.
Like I have thought certain times, and like, especially with my job, a lot of my like, I don't know, confidence maybe not always is the right way to explain this, but like a lot of my self-value I did place on my job for sure.
Yeah.
And I do still put like weight on my job, don't get me wrong, but like I've learned to lessen that. But like I'll be at a job and I remember like in my 20s, if I fucked up like a typo, I'm like freaking out.
Oh.
I'm like, oh shit, I've let the whole world down. I let my boss down, let my company down. Like, oh my God. And I remember it was one boss that like one of the best bosses I've ever had. Amy Kaufman, you are amazing. Like, I wish you were still in the industry to this day. I would go back and work for you in a heartbeat. But she was one of the first people that wasn't like, everything's a fire. Because like sometimes you get those jobs.
Oh yeah, you have those
like,
managers.
Yes.
You have those directors that call you. They're like, oh my God, it's deadline. It's like, no, I still have 3 days till deadline, man.
Yeah.
Like, we're fine.
And they're panicking over nothing.
Yeah.
And so I was panicking about nothing. And I just remember her calling me and she was like, it's
fine.
okay. And she literally goes, and I know that this is a very cheesy line to use, but maybe it'll work for you. Maybe it'll snap you out of that mood. You know, I don't know. But she said it to me and it just like finally got through my brain. And I needed to hear this. She was like, we're not curing cancer.
Yeah.
And I know cheesy, right? But it was so helpful to hear that like, this is not such a, it's not a life or death thing.
It's not end all be all.
You know, like I'm at a doctor doing brain surgery. Like we're sending an email to an audience. It's gonna be okay.
Yeah.
And even if somebody sees it, it's gonna be okay. Like, and sometimes you really just need somebody to kind of snap you out of it.
Yeah.
Like,
so, you know what?
Okay.
You know what? So, like, a lot of the times when I'm having, like, a meltdown and I'm, like, freaking out, I have a few people I call that just kind of put it back into perspective. And they're just like, hey, it's okay. You'll figure it out.
Yeah.
And then actually on that phone call, 90% of the time, we do figure it out. We're like, oh, we should have just done this. Or, oh, I just need to change this.
Because once you're clear-headed and you're not sitting in the fields,
you can find the
all of a sudden you're like, oh, shit.
It's been there right there.
It's right there.
So the best manager I had, and he taught me how to be a manager. Shout out to Brian Patrick. Love you, man.
Look at us shouting out some old bosses.
Love you, man. He actually messaged me this morning. So
oh my God.
So we still talk to each other. Like
so timely. I love that.
Yeah, I know, right? He was one of the best managers. He was up my ass.
But like in a good way.
But he was great. Like he taught me what was like deadline and to be ahead of it, and I was always ahead of it.
Oh my god, yeah.
But there were moments where he would nip me in the ass if certain things weren't done by a deadline.
Yeah.
But he was just showing me responsibility at a very young age. I was 24.
Well, so I think sometimes it is good to know like.
And I was with him a long time.
Structure.
Exactly. He knew I was a new manager.
Yeah.
So he was like showing me structure, showing me things. But if I messed up, I called him. I'm like, oh my God, Brian. And like he knew my voice. I'd be like, hey man. He'd be like, what happened?
What's going on?
And I tell him, blah, 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 blah. I'm like, I messed up the contract. I charged her the wrong amount, blah, blah, blah. And he's like, take a breath. He's like, I got my laptop. I'm going to fix it right now. And I will email her and I will CC you. No problem.
Yeah.
I'd be like, oh my God, thank you so much.
Right. Cause you're out here like, what level do I have to like apologize?
Yep.
Like,
and also I'm looking at the computer. I'm like, okay, how can I do this without him knowing that I screwed it up?
Yep.
And then there are certain times where you're just like, I gotta tell the boss.
Honestly, 9 times out of 10.
Shit, but it's always better.
So much better.
Just go tell him.
To just get it out there, because
just go tell
also
him.
They might know an easier fix than you trying to go like round out.
And a friend of mine who's in a position like a manager role just like that.
Yeah.
He shared that he did something very wrong on accident, but he caught it way too late. So he charged someone the wrong package.
Yeah.
Even though she bought this package every month and was spending more money, she was more comfortable doing that, not being in like an 8-month commitment. She was much more comfortable with just buying her pack of 12 a month.
Yep.
But he messed up. He actually did it as like a 6-month contract. And it was cheaper for her. But
it wasn't what she wanted.
And she's a woman that knows what she wants and she doesn't care.
Yeah.
She is financially well.
Because sometimes it's not about the money. It's about like what makes them feel okay.
She was so mad. And you could not calm her down. And he was upset with himself for a while, but I looked at him. I was like, hey man, I was like, listen. I was like, for someone being in your shoes.
Yeah.
It happens. I'm like, sometimes the repair is just you repairing yourself and just being more cautious about doing it moving forward.
Sometimes you just have to take it on the chin.
But also as soon as you find out, like, don't wait, fix it while you can, because he waited until she figured it out, which was 2 months too late. He figured it out 2 months prior to, and he was like, well, she's getting a deal. Like, why is she going to be mad? And then she figured it out on the last month, and then it was bad. It was not very good.
I will say it is always easier to come clean no matter what it is. Yep. Every scenario where I've thought, and this is not even job specific. This could be like something with friends. This could be something, internal. This could be whatever you're working on, right? If you discover something that affects other people, get it out the fucking way, because you're gonna have to do it at one point.
Yeah,
it's gonna come out, and if you wait, it always ends up being worse.
So much worse.
Always. Like, you think about like, oh, I'm down on myself because I fucked up. Sure. Now that other person is gonna come down on you too, and it's like, you don't need both.
You don't need both, man.
And people always appreciate, like, if I was in that position, and let's just say like, I'm not brand new, because when you're brand new, you're probably like, I don't know, let somebody figure it out for me, or like, I'll just like slide under the radar. You're just inexperienced, and you probably don't want to deal with conflict. I hate dealing with conflict, but if I was in that position,
I like it.
We are opposite in that,
I like it
in that respect.
Yeah.
But if I was in that position, I know that even if I fucked up, it sounds better coming from the person of like, hey,
I messed up.
I'm
so sorry.
I'm actively working to fix this for you.
Absolutely.
And like, whatever I gotta do
taking accountability
to smooth it over for you, I will do. And honestly, if I'm the person on the receiving end of that, no matter what the scenario is, I am likely to be less agitated.
Right. I'd be like, all right, fine. Thanks, man. Thanks for letting me know.
It might still suck.
Oh, yeah.
But I'm going to feel better that, like, you came and told me, and that you're going to tell me that you're fixing it as well.
I've had to do that, too.
Yeah.
Where something's gone wrong and a client's account is messed up. Like, I remember one time we charged them $3,000. My boss. Woo! And this was after like this lady canceled, but for some reason the payments were pushed to like three months later.
Oh
my director caught this. And so she calls me, she goes, Ms., have you ran the numbers yet? I'm like, no. She's like, run them real quick. And I look at him, she's like, look at it. I'm like, I find it. I'm like, oh my God, what is that charge? She's like, we need to get ahead of this before it gets bad.
Yep.
So this lady, thank God, she had money in the bank because she had no idea it had already happened like 2 months ago.
Yeah.
So my boss was like, no, let's call her. Let's let her know what happened.
Yep.
And we're fixing it. So I literally had to call her. And I was like, hey, so-and-so, just wanted to let you know there was a system issue.
Yep.
You were charged $3,000 back in April. She didn't even notice. Thank God.
Which is wild.
I know, she didn't even notice. So to be stacked like that.
Or honestly,
awesome.
Not even be stacked like that. Sometimes it's just like having, she obviously wasn't doing this, but my mom has told me for the longest time, keep an eye on your accounts, because like it could be a fraudulent charge.
That too, yeah.
Totally be fraud or whatever. But like, I used to be of the same mindset of like, whatever the fuck is
that's
like
so
being
crazy.
charged is whatever the fuck is being charged.
Oh my
God. That was like in my 20s. You know what I mean? It's like checking the mail. Sometimes I wait a week. Sometimes I check it every day.
No, I don't.
I don't do that anymore. I don't do that anymore.
Don't check the mail.
Except for my mail, I hadn't checked in like a month since before I went to Europe, so that was a bit backed up.
Yeah.
Honestly, I'm surprised it wasn't like overflowing.
We've had overflow where it's sitting on the top, and I'd be like, bro, go get the mail. He's like, you get it. I'm like, you have the mail key. But like, you don't give it to me.
It's like concerned.
It's like wild. It's like some it's like control of the mailbox. I'm like, you don't even open it. No, but like no. So I called that client, let her know what happened, and she was like, Ms. She's like, thanks so much. She's like, I wouldn't have even known it had happened, and I was like, you're welcome. Don't even worry about it. But also, you want to buy more training?
Even that makes me want to, like, if we're talking like business transactions, that makes me want to do business with those people, because it's like, you're notifying me.
She came back.
You're the one telling me that like we fucked up, we're working on it. Like,
and you'll see it back in like 7 days.
Doesn't have to be me going and being like, what the fuck is this?
Yeah. Oh my God, there was a lady once. Sorry, this is so gym related. All of it is. Clearly, it's my profession.
Mrs. on the gym track.
This lady came in and she had been like emailing us, hey, can you cancel my membership? I'm moving.
Yeah.
And we had responded. We said yes. Like, I was still on the email chain, and it was like, yes, you've been rude. And one day there's this lady yelling, and I'm upstairs, like over by the squat racks. Mm-hmm. You know how far that is.
Yeah, that's pretty far.
I can hear her yelling down at the front desk. You know how far that is. And then one of the guys comes upstairs. He's like, hey, Miz, I know you're working right now, but like, can you come talk to this lady? She's like freaking out. I'm like, yeah, is that what I hear? So we hurry downstairs.
Yeah.
And it's a lady I know. I'm like, Jamie, I'm like, what's going on? And she's like, Miz, and she's like causing a scene. And she's like, Miz, I'm literally moving right now, and no one's let me know that the gym membership is canceled, and like yelling. Ooh. And I was like, Jamie, hold on. I was like, why don't you come over here?
First of all, maybe we don't have to react like that.
Yeah, I was gonna say something, but I was like, Jamie, I was like,
because one of those things were like,
I was like, how about we come over here? Yeah. I was like, let's not yell in the on the front, because it's like echoing. I'm like, let me check. I'm like,
let's take this somewhere else.
I'm like, let me check it over here.
Yeah.
So we check it, and then honestly, like it was fine. She was canceled, and it's just weird. Like, hey, you were on the email chain. It says confirmed.
Yeah.
You're on it. Okay. Huh. So but that was it. But that's like, you just diffuse it, like, because if you go into it hot, it's only going to get worse. So just do your best to what you can to find the solution, and I think repair.
Because that's also the thing. Like, if you, like, whatever emotions you'll be in when you feel like you've messed up, if somebody else is involved, if they've got emotions, and then you come in both hot and heavy, like you said, that's like an explosion. Just waiting. I mean, it takes everything, just jacks it up. And suddenly, a solution is going to be harder to come to.
Oh, yeah.
Because now everybody's just like...
hot and angry.
Now we're just pissed.
Right.
Like, nobody's happy at that point. Everybody's upset.
Oh, yeah. I mean, I remember dating, I mean, that's happened so many times during dating when emotions are high and no one's logically thinking. Oh, man, arguments.
So true.
But if you just take a step back and you're like, hey, wait, hold on.
I was very bad in relationships for a time about taking a step back. We're sidetracking here, but I don't even care. Like, I definitely...
Relationships are hard.
Sometimes it's like, I felt like they were just like, let me just push that fucking button.
Yep.
I was like, don't do it.
See, and what's I think it's easy to say for the both of us, when someone keeps pushing you, that's when we'll flip out. Like, I'm usually very cool. I am. I don't really get that angry.
You're pretty good about that.
I'm very just like logical. I'm like, are you upset? Are you okay? Are you hungry? Do we need to go on a walk?
Could be the hunger.
You know, 90% of the time, guys, just feed the ladies. Okay, just find them something to eat.
That is
just DoorDash something. I'll have to download. Sweet treat. You know, a little coffee, a little something. But I mean, yeah, like in relationships, I think.
But you're pretty level-headed.
I am, but sometimes when you are irked, when you're pushed to that point, and I usually know, and I'll let you know, I'll be like, hey, like, listen, like, that's like upsetting me.
Yeah.
I'm pretty good at letting you know. But if you go to someone and you're just like back and forth, and the other person is just trying to push your buttons, you're gonna blow.
Oh, yeah.
And even for easygoing Geminis like us.
So easygoing.
Very easygoing. But if you irk me and you're not listening to me and I'm telling you, then it's like a big chaos thing. And then we do get into a fight. But I usually try my best to stay cool.
You know, it's so funny. I've been in relationships where, like, and I can get emotional. And I don't think that's a bad thing. I think my emotions are a really good part of me as long as I don't let them, like, control me. Exactly.
Yes.
Exactly. As long as they don't take over, I think it's really good that I can be empathetic. I think it's really good that I can see from other people's perspectives. I think it's really good that, like, I do feel remorse or sadness because it does help me see how I want to move forward. So I don't want to say that emotions are a bad thing. However,
just be in control.
I definitely used to be hot and heavy when it came to relationships because it's so easy to misunderstand one another and let your emotions like heighten because you're like, ha, what? And like you start hearing things from that, like from your anger, from that point of pain, or like whatever emotion it is. You're like, suddenly I'm hearing things differently than I would if I was cool, calm, and collected. But funny enough, in my marriage, in the beginning, and this is also should have been a sign that I was with the wrong person because he was very triggering, and I was like, why am I being so emotional? But in the beginning, I would be like, emotion heavy. In arguments or in whatever, I would cry a lot. I would do a lot of this stuff. And as I got better and I like worked on so much shit in therapy, he had to work harder at pushing my buttons. And at that time, I was like, so you knew from the fucking start what you were doing. And I was like, it wasn't, and yes, granted, I let my emotions get me there, but there can be people or things in your life that understand how you are triggered or how you get to an emotionally heightened state and use that to their advantage. Of
course.
And I didn't realize that until I was like, so it's not about all these things that you would point out that you would say were my fault and that if I changed that, it would be better. And I was like, I have literally textbook changed every single part to do it as calmly as, you know, whatever the fuck it was. And I don't want to get into specifics because like we could go down a rabbit hole with that shit. And I remember then I was like, oh shit, now I see you because I'm cool, calm, and collected. I see what you're doing.
You're just pushing me.
You be pushing whatever you think is going to get me to that state so you can be the good guy.
Isn't that like a narcissistic character?
Well, I was in a narcissistic marriage for sure.
Yeah.
Me plus narcissist was like...
It was just...
It was what it was.
It was just right, huh?
It was just right. And now, it was so wrong,
and
but
now
it was
you
just
run.
right.
And now you run.
Now I'm like, get the fuck away from me.
We see the first like red flags of narcissism and you run.
But it really is like, to get back to like, it's okay to fuck up. You're going to fuck up in relationships. You're going to misunderstand each other. All this shit's going to happen.
But I think the biggest part is just like taking the accountability. I think just being like, okay, yeah, I fucked up. All right, how do we fix this?
Yes.
That's it.
And I think some people are
so hard on themselves.
Whether it be a friend, whether it be a family member, whether it be a romantic partnership, if they cannot take accountability and only you are, maybe that is a sign that you guys are not right for each other. We're not right to have in your life because as you feel, and this is like a shade of fucking up. If somebody makes you feel worse, unwarranted, they should never really make you feel worse, but like they can have justified emotions.
Yeah.
And that can have an effect on you, for sure.
Sure.
Like if I hurt your feelings, I would be hurt that you were hurt.
Of course.
Because I don't want you to be upset.
Upset, of course. You being upset makes me upset.
Exactly.
So
but there's two sides to that.
Oh, what's the other side?
Well, because if I upset you, and then you make it your mission to make me feel bad about it. Worse than I already do.
That's terrible.
Fuck that.
That's terrible.
We're going to do enough beating up on ourselves for, like, we do not need anyone else piling on. Piling. So just keep that in mind. As you give yourself grace, that same grace does not need to be extended if that person is trying to make you feel worse about what you already feel bad about.
I think that's really important to point out because it's like if you know what you've done, you've apologized, you've taken accountability, you're working on it, it doesn't need to be brought back into any real big conversation unless you're like doing therapy or
unless it's the same shit again.
Yeah.
Like if you fall into the same shit and you're doing the same thing again and it's hurting that person, all right, they can bring it up. But like, to your point, it probably shouldn't be brought up.
Right. I mean, I don't know why like things do get brought up again once you've already moved past it, right? Like you can use it as a example, but no need to.
Yeah.
No need to.
It shouldn't be because then they haven't moved on. And the same way that like when you fuck up, you've got to learn to move on, and like a little bit of tough love right there.
Yep.
You got to learn to move on. You got to understand that a solution will present itself. You will figure it out, and you don't have to be so hard on yourself. I know it doesn't feel like that's possible, but you will learn to give yourself grace, and you should give yourself grace. It's gonna be
okay.
It's
gonna be okay.
It's gonna be okay.
It'll be the shitter for a little bit, but then it'll be okay.
It'll be okay. I mean, how many times has it felt like the end of the fucking world? And then 10 days later,
it's the best day.
Don't even think about it.
It's the best day.
It's not even a thought.
You know?
It's not even a thought. I remember, you know what? Another little side quest for us on today's episode.
Do it.
When I used to have what I call my depressive episodes, aka I just got really, really depressed and I would get in my head and it was very hard to get out of it. Felt like basically, like I think I've used this on one of the podcast episodes before, but like it's like a fog coming over you and it engulfs you and you can't see anything but the fog. You don't see the light anymore. You don't see anything beyond the fog. You feel trapped, right? And I remember when my mom was, poor thing, learning how to help me out of those episodes because she was one of the few people that I would actually go to for help or at least just reach out to. And I remember so many times, one, distraction is a very powerful tool.
Oh, yeah.
Such a powerful tool.
It's one of my faves.
But also, I remember, and I can it like feels like I'm back in it, in the sense that like I can feel and remember the moments where I was like on the floor and hearing her say, this is not as big picture as you think it is. You're not going to remember this in 5 years.
Nope.
You're not going to remember this probably in 5 days.
Right.
You're definitely not going to remember it in 5 months. It's not as big as you think it is.
Yeah.
And it's so funny because when you're in it again,
you don't know.
it can feel like the end of the fucking world.
Absolutely. And it always does.
It does.
It always does.
But it's not.
Yeah.
And so you're gonna fuck up.
Yeah.
We're gonna fuck up. I'm still gonna fuck up.
I fuck up all the time.
The fuck ups will be different.
Happens.
But that's life. Life will throw curveballs at you, and we're not always gonna respond correctly, because guess what? Sometimes there's not even a correct way to respond. It's just like, I didn't choose the best option.
Yeah, you're like, I could have done better.
Could have done a little bit better. Maybe I didn't have to say that, or maybe I could have removed myself, or maybe I didn't have to get involved. Or
a lot of the time, I kind of do a lot of self-reflecting.
Yeah.
I kind of think about what I've done in the day. I do it at the end of every day.
Yeah, you're good about that.
I do. I like to run through, because I talk to so many people.
So I feel like I do it throughout the day with like what I'm grateful for, or like think about things in the moment. But you do like a nice little wrap up.
I do at the end of the day, and then I also write in my journal.
You're so good about that.
I do. I love my journal.
We've discussed I'm not a journal person, which is so funny. I love journals. I love the idea of journals, and maybe
it doesn't have to be every day. I don't do it every day.
Maybe that'll be like my New Year's resolution this year.
Or just a couple times a week. Maybe start like once a week. It's such so.
My problem is like once I get going, people are like 5 minutes. I'm like fucking hours later.
No, me too. I literally have one time in one writing, I wrote 7 pages back and forth. I'm like, what the hell is going on with me?
I'm like, I had emotions today. Or like sometimes I just want to write down the good shit. And I'm like, don't forget about this, which is why I like pictures from vacation so much, because it does that for me. It's like 7 pages in photos. Yeah, so I think honestly, we just got to give ourselves grace.
Yeah.
We've got to understand it's not the end of the world. It feels like it, but it's not. We're all human. We all fuck up. And it doesn't mean that you're any less healed. It doesn't mean that you haven't learned the lesson necessarily. Right. It doesn't mean that you've fallen backwards and you haven't moved forwards. It just means it's another little step in your journey forwards.
Yeah, agreed.
Thank you so much for agreeing with me.
Day at a time.
Yeah, we just take it a day at a time. You know what I mean? Like, this is, think big picture. We're going to have another fuck up. Something to look forward to. Something to look forward to.
Something to look forward to.
All right, guys, give yourself grace. Feel okay. Mm-hmm. And when it gets really heavy, just remind yourself, you're going to fuck up again.
And it'll be okay.
And it'll be okay.
Everything will be okay.
And if you need, if you need to reach out, you need somebody to remind you, we'll be here.
Right here.
Feel free to call us, because honestly, sometimes it's like watching, my mom does this, it's like watching one of those shows like Hoarders or some shit. Sometimes listening to other people's shit really doesn't really necessarily make me feel better, but like it distracts me.
It puts things in perspective too.
Yeah.
But anytime you have a problem, I usually call my friends that are closest and just kind of like talk to them about it, and we figure it out. We always do.
We always
figure it out. Everything is figure-outable.
Yes, it is. And you'll figure it out too.
Yes.
All right, guys. Say it with us.
All right.
We ready?
Yeah, let's do it.
All right.
I'm a fucking baddie.
All right, guys. Cheers.
Cheers.